on the clock. Pecan, 2 seconds. Pecan for the lead. Got it! He got the record at the buzzer! The bridge breaks for three. Buried! Gallagher pulls up. Gallagher rims it out the field. Slams it down. Pooley up ahead. Dombrowski, the freshman, off the window and one. Go back to Evans, corner three, got it! There's Rowe with the exclamation point as Dunny slams it down. Far side, Dawson unloads, knocks it home. Jenna Dawson by Teslovich, Epps puts it on the floor. Bryce looks to drive in, Epps floats it up, got it! He got it! There's 1,000 for Bryce Epps. From Belle, Vernon area high school, it's a phenomenal matchup on paper. Not necessarily on the court here tonight. Steel Valley, led by the likes of Mackay Valentine, the Division I prospect. Cruz Brookins, who is a Division I football prospect, who just decommitted from Kent State to date. Now a new team going to have the opportunity to have Cruz Brookins. And Belle Vernon, who's led by the likes of Power 5 recruit Quentin Martin. And, of course, the likes of Braden Locks and Alonzo Wade. Well, those guys aren't here. And it is going to be up to Zion Moore and Belle Vernon to try to get win number one on the campaign. And on the other side of things, Nate Uhas and company for the Steel Valley Ironmen will try to pick up win number one on the season for them. Again, this is one of these matchups, great on paper, but due to the the PIAA football championships, Belle Vernon will be playing in that. They will not be available, and of course, Steel Valley, their group of football players is not eligible yet due to their practice role, so they will be eligible come Saturday. We will actually get the privilege to see this full accompaniment of players for Steel Valley next week when they go to Thomas Jefferson to take on Evan Berger and the Jaguars, as it will be the sophomore Nate Uhas along with the 5'8" freshman Tyson Barron, the 5'9" freshman Jordan Smith, along with the 6' freshman Niger Norris, and the 5'10" junior Chris Hahn. For Belle Vernon, the 6'3" sophomore guard Zion Moore, 5'9" sophomore Trevor Kovacs, the 6' junior John Bellissimo, the sophomore guard Brandon Yashenko, 6'6" sophomore Tommy Davis. He's injured. He got hurt in the final game of Belle Vernon played against South Allegheny in the MVI Shootout Classic, so he is unable to go. Instead, insert Preston Rathway into the starting lineup. Preston Rathway, this is his first game of the season for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Rathway, of course, also part of that soccer team for the Belle Vernon area Leopards that lost in the first round of the playoffs. Again, one of those matchups when you saw it on paper, you had to be here. And once the schedule came out, kind of was not finding a way to change it. But we'll get to see the full accompaniment of Leopards throughout the course of the year, just like we will get to see this full Steel Valley roster later in the season when they take on Berger and the Jaguars as a false tip. I was thinking an early miscue by Brandon Yashenko will give ball and possession to the Ironmen from Steel Valley. As trigger on the far side, that's going to be the 5'9" sophomore Nate Uhas. In to Tyson Barron over the divider. Barron right side, handoff. Uhas up top, he swings it Hahn. Hahn left wing controlled there by Jordan Smith. Back up top. Trying to work back is Tyson Barron in his grill. That's Trevor Kovacs, the sophomore. As Kovacs trying to dig it free, and a foul on ball as Barron draws the contact from Kovacs, his first team first here in half number one. 7:39 remaining in quarter number one. And two teams decimated with players ineligible right now due to football playoffs. As Hahn sends order in motion, Hahn Flips it to the backcourt. Now it's taken there by the 5'8 freshman Tyson Barron. Barron once again guarded by Kovac. Rolls right side. Fakes the handoff. Now tosses to Uhas. Foul line, 15-footer. And that one nowhere close, out of bounds. Leopard basketball with 7:25 remaining in the first. As a press shown by Steel Valley, talking to the Ironman head coach, Dale Chapman, saying he was hoping to get this game moved back, as there's Rathway, one shot in and out, rebound, grabbed down, and another foul on the Leopards, as this time the guilty party is Brandon Yashenko, the sophomore guard. His first, team second. Belle Vernon did not rotate, I should say, on Saturday when they took on South Allegheny. Zion, Kovac, Bellissimo, Yashenko, and Davis played the entirety of that one. Again, Davis got hurt in that game versus South Allegheny for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Uhas right wing guarded by Johnny Bellissimo. Back up top, he swings it into the hands of Smith. Now it's taken by Barron. Onto the floor, guarded by Kovac. Left wing, tries to spin, now kicks it to the middle. Working down is Niger Norris, finds Hahn. Short corner, puts it up off the window and in. As Chris Hahn starts the scoring this evening. 2-0 Ironman on top of the Belle Vernon Leopards. As underneath, there's Bellissimo, double team, kick out. Kovac had Zion, drives right hand in and out. A missed opportunity with Zion Moore all alone, top of the key for Belle Vernon. Zion Moore has had himself a start to the season in 2 games for Belle Vernon. As an easy steal, knocked free by Bellissimo, but right back into the hands of Tyson Barron. The 5'8 freshman back to Hahn. Hahn, that one deflected by Preston Rathway. Rathway, again, of course, part of that soccer team for the Belle Vernon Leopards, his first game of the campaign. Now it's taken by Yashenko, Brandon Yashenko. Hand off to Zion Moore. Moore drives off the window, no good. Rebound pops back free, controlled there by Jordan Smith. Far side now, it's Nate Uhas. Uhas up, no good, in the way again, Rathway. As Kovac unable to walk a tightrope, out of bounds. Steel Valley basketball with 5:54 remaining here in the opening quarter. 2-0 the Ironmen lead. Some frustration from Coach Joe Salvino at Zion Moore on that last effort. And one thing you can say, stamina should not be an issue for this group of individuals, at least looking at Rathway, Yashenko, and Kovac. As an illegal screen and a foul against the Ironmen gives possession back to Belle Vernon. As it goes against Chris Hahn, the junior, his first, team first, but Rathway, Yashenko, and Trevor Kovac, all soccer players for the Belle Vernon Leopards. As Preston Rathway up to Zion Moore. Moore right wing. Zion left alone for 3, in and out off the back iron. Rebound now Rathway. Back to Kovac. He'll try his luck, in and out. Off the iron again is Trevor Kovac. He's had a slow start to the campaign this year, coming off just a 2-point performance, and the Leopards lost to South Allegheny. As the freshman Barron hands off Smith. Top of the key, right block, and that one's fouled underneath. As reaching out and getting a hand on the attempted shooter, Jordan Smith, was Brandon Yashenko, his second, team third. And actually a break for Belle Vernon. That goes against Johnny Bellissimo, not Brandon Yashenko, as that will send Jordan Smith to the line. Both teams dominated on the gridiron in 3A and 2A respectively. First one no good by Smith. Steel Valley victorious over Beaver Falls, who knocked them out in the semifinals last year, as that one was without Najee Burt, who got hurt in the quarterfinal game. As that one back up top, Zion Moore. Of course, Belle Vernon still playing after their win over Central Martinsburg, and one for Zion Moore. And we've seen Zion Moore play a lot of basketball, even though he's just a sophomore. MVI SBL the last 2 summers for Zion, played at Ringgold last year. So we've got to see Zion a lot. He has the ability to take over games, and that's what he's going to have to do for Belle Vernon here today, as the traditional 3-point play falls for Zion Moore. 3-2 Leopards lead, 5:04 remaining opening quarter. As the freshman Barron right side, Uhas double team, splits free to Barron right corner. Barron spins back up top around Kovac. Foul line, kick out, catch and release for Norris. Knocks down the 3. And Steel Valley back up by 2. Niger Norris, the freshman. As underneath at the other end, Kovac off the window and in. All too easy for Trevor Kovac. Getting Belle Vernon back on the board. It's a 5-5 game with 4:30 remaining opening half. 3 for Moore, 2 for Kovac. Is an errant pass by Barron intended for Uhas. Will give possession back to the Leopards. Couple players, a trio of them to be exact, that Belle Vernon can't wait to get back are in attendance. Both Wade brothers along with Quinton Martin. And one more game for them against Newman Gorati in the state championship game next Friday as Kovac up top, down the lane, right hand off the window and in. Trevor Kovac has 4 and a timeout called by Steel Valley. 7-5 Leopard lead with 4:08 remaining in the first. Belle Vernon looking for their first win of the season. Steel Valley looking for the same. And both teams expecting to be very, very dominant in basketball this year. Belle Vernon lost in the semis last year. It was a quarterfinal loss to South Allegheny thanks to the Epps brothers for the Ironmen. It was a game-winning 3 by Cam Epps after Bryce sent the game to overtime. As, of course, preseason predict player of the year and reigning 3A player of the year, Makai Valentine, still waiting to get him back. 29.4 points per game last year for Valentine, as offers from Sam Houston and South Alabama. Yet another number of other players, including Cruz, Brookins, and company, will still be waiting to come back Saturday for Steel Valley once they get their practices in. 7-5 Leopard lead, 3:55 remaining. Up top controlled, that's by the freshman Barron. Barron. Underneath he goes to Norris. Norris trying to back his way down. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, grab down underneath. And a foul under the basket after the board by Brian Versetti. Johnny Bellissimo gets his second, team 4th. Versetti the trigger for the Ironman. Also checking in will be the 5'11 junior Tobias McKeever. Into the corner, it's taken away by Brandon Yashenko. Yashenko to Moore. Moore just 3 points thus far. Zion up top. Zion Moore to Kovac. Kovac driving in. Right block. Jump stop. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Ironmen. And it's going to go back to the Leopards with 3:28 remaining here in quarter number 1. Bellissimo quickly. Kovac from the right wing. Make it the left wing. Kick out. Rathway top of the key for 3. Off the iron and out. Rebound snatched down by Tobias McKeever. Back the other way, here comes Steel Valley. In the right wing, controlled by Uhas. Back to the freshman, as that is Tyson Barron. Barron guarded by Kovac. Nearing 3 minutes remaining, opening quarter, as Barron left elbow, left block, jump stop, stripped away by Rathway. Preston Rathway has provided some extra spark on the defensive end for Belle Vernon as Zion Moore. Left block up, he can't get it to fall. Rebound, second effort, Zion's fouled, and Zion Moore will shoot a pair. 1 for 1 at the line today is Zion Moore. 3 points thus far as the foul will go against Tobias McKeever, his first. Third foul against the Ironmen here in this one. Zion knocks it up and in, give him 4 now. Zion Moore, the transfer in from Ringgold. Third game with the Belle Vernon area Leopards. He now has 5. Against South Allegheny for Zion Moore, it was a 26-point performance in a losing effort. Nobody else had more than 8. As underneath, quick pass along. Versetti blocked from behind as getting a piece of that was Yashenko. Rathway gives space to Zion. Now Kovac left wing triple. Back iron and out, easy board for Barron. 1-on-3, back the other way. Reinforcements coming. Barron trying to do it himself as Rathway draped over him. Leading to the steal by Kovac. Kovac coast to coast, got his man in the air, puts it up, no good. As Kovac did a great job getting McKeever off his feet, but unable to finish. Now Zion deflects it, but right free to the freshman Barron. Over the center court stripe, right wing now spinning back out with 2:08 remaining opening quarter. 9-5 Leopard lead as driving in, putting it up and getting fouled is Tyson Barron. Foul goes against Preston Rathway, his first, team 5th. 0 for 2 from the line is Steel Valley tonight. Tyson Barron puts it up, rattles no good with the left hand. 9-5 Leopard lead here, quarter number 1. 5 for Moore, 4 for Kovac, 3 for Najir Norris, and 2 for Chris Hahn. As that one will fall as the back end goes for Tyson Barron, his first point of the affair, making it 9-6 Leopards. 2:01 remaining, Zion Moore in the front court. Zion, now Kovac, back up top, Preston Rathway. Rathway swings it, Zion right wing, Zion Moore for 3, got it! Zion's first triple of the game, and Zion Moore give him 8 and give the Leopards a 12-6 lead here in quarter number 1. A battle of the beaten, trying to get win number 1 are the Leopards and the Ironmen. Nate Uhas trying to find an outlet. Uhas almost had his pocket picked as kick out. Now it's McKeever left wing for the answer, no good. Rebound knocked out off of Norris, and Belle Vernon will get it back with 1:25 remaining in the first. 8 points for Zion Moore. Belle Vernon has 12. They're doubling up the Ironmen here in the early going. Both teams missing basically their entire starting lineup as Kovac drives, kick out, Bellissimo from the corner. Side iron out. Zion Moore, the only projected starter in this lineup for Belle Vernon. First game here in front of the home faithful for Zion Moore. A short corner shot knocked down by Nate Uhas. Into the front court, Kovac, foul line, left block, Kovac gets it to fall, but fouled on the floor. As Uhas gets the personal, negating the Kovac bucket. Into Kovac, knocks it down from the corner. Catch and release and a 3 for Trevor Kovac. 15-8 Leopard lead, 41 on the game clock. Uhas directing traffic into the front court he goes. Uhas rolls up top. Uhas near side, connects with Tobias McKeever. McKeever now swings, top of the key to Barron, guarded by Kovac. Barron, left elbow, jumper off the iron, and pinball's no good. Rebound, put back off the mark. Now it's taken by Barron underneath the Norris, and easy pickings for Najir Norris. 5 points here in quarter number 1 for Norris. 10 on the clock, Leopards lead by 5. Kovac, Rathway, one more, Yashenko skipped across with 4. Bellissimo now with 3. Down to 2, deep from the volleyball line, off the backboard, no good. And after 1, the Leopards lead by 5. Zion Moore pacing all scores with 8-7 for Trevor Kovac. After quarter number 1, it's Belle Vernon 15, Steel Valley 10. Right here on MVI Live, as again, both teams looking for win number 1 on the season. It was a 91-21 loss to Uniontown for the Ironmen. The Uniontown part of this murderous row, Section 3 of 4A, that features Laurel Highlands. Belle Vernon, Uniontown, Elizabeth Forward most likely will be the top 4 come the end of the season. Some extremely talented teams there. And on the other side of things, Steel Valley. They are in Section 2 of 3A with KO, Osh, the defending champion, South Park, Stowe Rocks, Brentwood, Seton LaSalle, as they 2 losses so far for the Ironmen, the 91-21 to Uniontown, and it was 53-35 at the hands of the Jeanette Jayhawks, who last year Jeanette got knocked out of the playoffs by another local Mon Valley team in the Monessen Greyhounds. Belle Vernon, it was an 83-63 loss to Thomas Jefferson, who's off to a red-hot start this season. And then 66-46 loss at the hands of the South Allegheny Gladiators. So a pair of 20-point losses for the Belle Vernon Leopards in their first 2 games, up by 5 to start the second quarter, as Zion Moore and Trevor Kovac have done all the scoring for Belle Vernon. Zion Moore up top. There's Bellissimo. Now Brandon Yashenko. Yashenko right side to Rathway. Rathway swings it. Kovac tries to go one more as Kovac fouled on the attempted pass to Bellissimo. Guilty party is Nate Uhas, his second. Team 5th. As checking in will be Jordan Smith, the 5'9" freshman. Again, both teams expecting to have a heavy dose of football players on their starting rotation once they are eligible. Both teams respective district champions. Steel Valley lost to Westinghouse. First time in 25 years a city school was able to move on. As Zion Moore in the front court. Zion deep for two. They call it a three. His foot looked to be on the line. Does not matter as Moore can't get it to fall. Smith back the other way. Left block. Up off the back iron. No good. A rebound. Ripped down. That's taken by Versetti. Versetti bounce pass stolen away by Kovac. Kovac driving. Foul line. Right block. Blocked. Off of Kovac and back out. That means Ironman basketball with 7:09 remaining in the half. As Kovac was looking to add two more and start the scoring in quarter number 2. That's flipped to the corner right side. Jordan Smith traveling violation. Basketball back to the Leopards of Belle Vernon. 3 more games on the network here this week. Pair of D2 hockey matchups. Morgantown and Ringgold. Central Valley and Elizabeth Forward on Thursday. Leading up to a showdown from Sarah Catholic on Friday between the Eagles and Swickley Academy as Kovac rims it in and out. Rebound, Brian Versetti off to the freshman Barron. Tyson Barron coast to coast, left block layup, no good. Rebound, pinball's free and pinball's into the hands of Kovac. Here comes Kovac driving, right block, kick out Rathway. Rathway to Yashenko. Yashenko has Zion left wing, now kicks it near side Rathway. Back to Kovac for 3. Off the mark, rebound, Zion Moore puts it back off the window and in. 2 more for Zion Moore. Double digits for Moore, give him 10, give the Leopards a 7-point advantage with 6:15 remaining in the half. Now the freshman Barron, just 1 point to his ledger thus far. Norris leading the scoring for Steel Valley. He has the ball now, he has 5, loses it, it's Rathway the steal. Rathway in the right wing. Back up top, Brandon Yashenko, skip to Kovac. Kovac somehow doesn't travel, kick out Rathway, left alone in the wing. Back iron and out, rebound poked free, Kovac to Bellissimo, off the window and in. John Bellissimo, the 6-foot junior, onto the board, and it's a 9-point Leopard lead. 5:42 remaining here in the half. Over the divider goes Tyson Barron. Barron draped over by a pair of Leopards. Kovac and Moore force the steal. Zion Moore, left block. He's fouled on the floor as Tyson Barron picks up the blocking foul. His first, team's 6th of the half. Bellissimo the trigger. 5:28 remaining, quarter number 2. 19-10 Leopard lead. As Uhas and Hahn back in, but timeout coming. A 30-second variety used by Coach Joe Salvino. Coach Salvino, of course, in his 5th year at the helm of Belle Vernon, former Monessen bench boss from 1984 to 2018, 6 WPIAL champions, 2 state championships, 38th, or make it 39th coaching season, had over 639 wins at Monessen, and he's stuck on 700 right now. That came last year in their state playoff win against Obama Academy. So sitting at 700 career wins is Coach Joe Salvino, looking to get to 701 and win number 1 on the season with a depleted roster. Some of the players missing: Quentin Martin, Alonzo Wade, Braden Locks, Diabre Lightfoot, Evan Pulott, Adam LaCarte, Curdy Wade, Jude Minetti, and Aiden Johnson. All those players either played as incoming freshmen in the MVI SBL as a travel by Kovac, or on the roster last year for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. And also now missing in action is Tommy Davis due to the injury that came this past Saturday. But again, a number of the Belle Vernon area Leopards coming up after football practice, getting ready for Friday, supporting the basketball team that they will soon be a part of. As from the corner, it's taken away by Kovac. Up ahead, Rathway across to Moore, off the window, around the cylinder, doesn't fall for Zion. Gets the rebound, Moore kicks it, cutting Yashenko. Now Rathway to Kovac. Goes to Zion, left wing for 3. In and out, as Moore struggling from outside here today. Just 1 triple for Zion Moore, sitting at 10 points of his team's 19. Zion's been about 50% of the Leopards scoring so far this season. As a cross, into the hands of Smith, onto the floor. Zion Moore pokes it Rathway, now Kovac. Kovac underneath to Bellissimo, no good. A perfect feed, but John Bellissimo couldn't finish. Now returns the favor. Kovac drives from the wing. Put back by Bellissimo, rattles in. Hasn't been a high shooting percentage for Belle Vernon, but they get to 21. It was a 15-10 BV lead after one. 21-10 now in favor of the Leopards. 6-0 run to start in the first 4 minutes of the half. Or quarter, I should say. Trevor Kovac, the guilty party on that foul. His second, team 6. One more on the Ironmen shooting the rest of the way. On running out of time, gets it into Smith. Smith up top in the left wing, controlled now by Uhas underneath. Versetti too strong, and now Smith puts it back, won't fall. Rebound ripped down by Zion Moore. Zion driving off the window and in again. Zion Moore has 12. It's a 23-10 Leopard lead, 3:46 remaining here, quarter number 2. All Belle Vernon in the second quarter. 8-0 run for the Belle Vernon Leopards to start quarter number 2. Now Hahn, right wing, puts it on the floor, flips it near side. Tobias McKeever, foul line, 13-footer off the front iron, no good. Kovac the rebound. Trevor Kovac, now Rathway, Preston Rathway up top. Trevor Kovac, now Rathway, left wing 3. Ironing out, rebound ripped down and taken over by McKeever of Steel Valley. Right side, Uhas. 3:10 remaining. Both teams looking for win number 1 on the campaign. Top of the key, Hahn. Foul line, lost it. Zion Moore, the steal, and Zion Moore, another score. 14 points for Zion Moore. 25-10 Belle Vernon. 10-0 run to start the second quarter for the Leopards. Barking orders and directing traffic, the 5'11 junior McKeever. Now Hahn swings it to Uhas. Nate Uhas steps into a 3 from the right side, way off the mark. And Zion Moore and Belle Vernon will get it back. As checking back in, the 6-foot freshman Niger Norris. Leads all Ironmen scorers with 5 points thus far. Kovac asking for a screen, instead goes up top. Moore, now Yashenko. Yashenko left corner taken over by Rathway. Back up top, John Bellissimo into Zion. Zion underneath, Bellissimo fouled on the shot attempt by Brian Versetti. As the senior picks up his first, Ironmen's 7th foul. Sending John Bellissimo to the stripe. First trip to the line for anybody not named Zion Moore for Belle Vernon. Looked off kiltered on the rotation for Bellissimo. First missed free throw for Belle Vernon here this evening. 3 for 4 from the line as a team tonight. Bellissimo right hand corrects it on the second time by. Give Bellissimo 5. 16-point Leopard advantage, 2:10 remaining. Belle Vernon shutting out the Ironmen in the quarter. And now Steel Valley, after the foul, a chance. No, just out of bounds, thought it was going to be a foul on the Leopards, which would have been 1-1 here from the near sideline. Uhas over the center court divider. Uhas, and an illegal screen is getting hip checked was Trevor Kovac on the far side. As Chris Hahn gets his second, team 8th. As checking back in will be the freshman Tyson Bear, and he's been the primary ball handler tonight for Steel Valley. And I'm sure they cannot wait to get Makai Valentine back, one of the most fun players to watch in the WPIAL. He himself is worth the price of admission to any single contest. As Yashenko from the right side, off the side iron rebound. As out of bounds from the near side, and Steel Valley takes back over. 1:50 remaining in the half. Right side, Nate Uhas. Uhas Flips it up top, controlled there by McKeever. McKeever, top of the key. McKeever rolls foul line down the lane with the left hand, and McKeever finally stops the 16 or 11. Oh, Leopard run to start the quarter. First bucket of the quarter for the Ironmen as Zion Moore and one. 16 for Zion Moore. 1:22 remaining in the half. Moore looking for one more from the stripe. Already converted one old school three-point play today. As Zion stays true. 17 points now for Zion Moore. Single-handedly outscoring Steel Valley as Kovac straight to the window. And Trevor Kovac gets his first bucket of the quarter. He's up to 9 points. 17 for Moore, 9 for Kovac, 5 for Bellissimo. Rathaway's done a good job defensively, wreaking havoc and creating chances for that trio as Uhas, the pull-up jumper, knocks it down for 2. 4 points now for Nate Uhas. As Bellissimo, Yashenko to Kovac for 3. Got it! Second 3 of the game for Trevor Kovac. 12 points for the sophomore, 32-14, Leopards 33 in the half. Driving foul line down low, shot up no good. Rebound snared down, that's taken by Trevor again. Kovac drives up off the window and in. 14 now for Kovac. Belle Vernon running away and looking to hide, up by 20 in the first half. And Steel Valley with 10 on the clock has possession. Uhas on the far side. As Uhas almost lost it to Yashenko. And now it's at the buzzer for Barron. In and out. And the Leopards at the half. A gigantic lead over the Ironmen from Steel Valley. 36-14 Belle Vernon as we have reached the break. We will take a break. Back will be our Planet Roof halftime interview. We will be joined by the McKeesport Tigers' Dunny Rowe at the break, so make sure you stay tuned for that right here on MVI Live. Leopards up by 20 at the break.
Cyber Athletics is a community created by athletes for athletes. A team of collegiate and NBA legends that have experienced all aspects of how the ball bounces both on and off the court. Ultimately, Cyber Athletics is defending the health, wellness, and success of a human beyond the title of athlete. Because an athlete can never truly perform unless health and wellness is placed at a premium priority. For more information, visit cyberathletics.com. The City of McKeesport and McKeesport Rising Project, making investments today in our neighborhoods and infrastructure for the future of our community. We are working together for a better McKeesport. 5 Star Plumbing is locally owned and operated and can help you with all your sewer and drain cleaning needs. With over 25 years of experience in 24-hour emergency service, we do what others can't. That's right, save you money. For more information on how 5 Star Plumbing can help you, visit our website at 5starplumbingforyou.com. Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com.
Back here at the half on MVI Live, Planet Roof halftime interview here with Traveris Dunning Rowe.
What's up?
Dunning, appreciate you taking time doing this.
Appreciate you too.
So obviously, we've got to know you very well throughout the course of the summer league and the seasons. For your final year here at McKeesport, what are you looking for the most to get out of this senior season?
Man, bring my community together and win that trophy at the peak.
So for you personally, obviously that's a big goal team-wise, but personally, what else would you like to be able to accomplish this year?
I want to hit 1,000 points, make Fab Five, and when everything's done, I want to become D1 player, a top level program for basketball.
So what do you still have to do to be able to get to that next level
Work
as well?
hard, countless hours in the gym, day and night. You just gotta keep working. Then when you work, hey, it's gonna prove off, and you're gonna be at that spot you want to be at.
So obviously we know you have a big personality.
Mm-hmm.
How much fun is it just going out there being able to play the sport? Because I have fun watching you play the game.
Yeah.
So how much fun do you have actually just going in and just kind of being a goofball but still being a fantastic basketball player while at it?
It's like It's fun because it's like I get to interact with the fans and interact with the players. But like when you interact with the fans, it's like it's just so fun. It just brings the real Dunny out of me. It's just like I love smiling, I love making everybody happy, making everybody have a good time. And while they're watching me, they're always gonna have that good time. Always gonna have a smile on their face, laugh, because I'm just that funny guy that's always gonna bring that joy and energy to the on and off the court.
So off of the court, you guys on and off the court have an absolutely stacked team with athletes.
Mm-hmm.
How is that a blessing for you guys, but also kind of what are some challenges with that? Because, there's only 5 guys on the court at a time, which you have a great number of talented players, like you. We've seen Shane McGraw and company throughout the course of the years in the summer, but, there's only 5 spots on the court.
With our skill level and our talent on our team, it's pretty much easy because like we all know each other. We've been together since 3rd grade, so it's like we're never gonna have no hate against each other. So we always want to see the next person do good. So I don't know for real. That's a good question because it's like you is right. It is a lot of talent, but I gotta just control it because I'm gonna be the leader of the team. I'm gonna just control it, do it good, make sure everybody is cool, settled right, and make sure they all get on that court with me because it is my last ride.
So, being your last ride, what has the journey been like up until this point coming into this year for you?
Man, if anybody's out there as a freshman, it goes fast, super fast. Listen, do everything the right way because, senior year, it comes so fast. You only can learn stuff in the middle of 4 years. So take all that knowledge, what your coach say, all that, take all of it in because you'll never get a coach like that, never again.
So you said a little bit ago this group has been together since 3rd grade. How did you personally get your start into the sport of basketball?
So back in 3rd grade, my grandma passed away, and like that was the last thing I played, and I didn't go to our last championship game because of that. And always in the back of my head, I always gotta say I gotta do it for her because that's the lady I love the most, and she wanted me to be a star and keep working hard and keep doing it right, and that's what I'm gonna do for her.
And we've seen you do that, which has been absolutely incredible to watch. So coming into games, do you have a pregame ritual routine, something that just gets you ready, gets you going for the game at hand?
Yes, man. Before every game, you're going to see me with a bag of Skittles before every game. That's my go-to snack right there. A bag of Skittles. It give me the energy. It just give me everything I need before the game. I'll be game ready when after I eat a bag of Skittles.
So a combination of Marshawn Lynch's Skittle habit with Hines Ward's personality mixed into one basketball player.
Yeah, you gotta, when you get the Skittles, you gotta get the Starburst with the Skittles. You gotta mix them together and eat them in handful. You won't feel that sugar rush.
All right, I got one more question for you, Dunny, before we let you go. But last thing you hear on the court, lined up before the game, national anthem. Is the national anthem a pump-up song, and what goes through your head when you hear that before a game starts?
When I hear that, it's wartime when you hear that national anthem. It's like, all right, when you hear this, when this go off, ain't nobody your friend no more. Like, it's game time after that. So, yeah, that's what it means to me. I don't really do too much on that, not standing and all that other stuff. That's not for me. I'm there to go win this game, and the anthem helped me with that. It helps a lot.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Good luck this season. Can't wait to see what you do. When we come back, we'll have half number 2 right here on MVI Live and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Founded in 1956, 84 Lumber Company is the nation's largest privately held supplier of building materials manufactured components, and industry-leading services for single and multi-family residents and commercial buildings. 84 Lumber operates more than 250 stores, component manufacturing plants, custom door shops, custom millwork shops, and engineered wood product centers in over 30 states. For more information, visit 84lumber.com or join the company on your favorite social media platform. Basic Carbide is proud to support youth sports in the Mon Valley and proud to be a part of the community. Basic Carbide, located at Lobar in the Mon Valley. For more information, visit basiccarbide.com. B Graphics is the Mon Valley's leading source for all your screen printing, embroidery, and printing needs. Offering creative apparel, banners, fundraisers, online stores, promotional products, and more. To find out the best option for your needs, head to bgraphics.com or visit a store in either Frederickstown or Belle Vernon. B Graphics, hassle-free, quality-driven, and always on time. The best savings of the year at Bowser Automotive. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships features Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. At the Power of Bowser, you'll get the best price, the best selection of vehicles, and the best car buying experience you've ever had. Shop online at powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether at home, on your computer, or on the go with your cell phone. The best deals are just one click away. Visit powerofbowser.com today and experience the difference. Are you interested in attending a Penn State University branch campus close to home? Dive into your future at Penn State Greater Allegheny or Penn State Fayette. Be a part of something big. Be a part of Penn State.
Back here at the break, 36-14, the Belle Vernon area Leopards taking care of business so far, looking for win number 1 of the season. 17 for Zion Moore, 14 for Kovac, and 5 for John Bellissimo. 5 for Niger Norris, all coming back in quarter number 1, and 4 for Uhas. 21-4, the Leopards outscored the Ironmen in quarter number 2. Again, said this at the half, you take the group of individuals sitting at the end back behind the Belle Vernon bench and the group of individuals sitting right to my right, you're having a pretty good basketball game right now with these talented guys. They're just unable to play with the way the football season lined up and starting a week earlier. As back outside, controlled, as that's McKeever. McKeever to Uhas for 2, iron and out. Rebound kicked back out. Now it's Barron, pulls the trigger, right elbow, no good. Ripped down by Zion Moore. Belle Vernon at an 11-0 run to start the second quarter. As a reverse by Kovac, rebound by Moore. Zion kicks it underneath, a great find, and Bellissimo the finish. As Quentin Martin, a big fan of that pass by Zion Moore, knowing he'll be the beneficiary of that in the not too distant future. As Kovac the steal and Kovac the score. Trevor Kovac gets Belle Vernon to 40. 7:02 remaining here in quarter number 3. Leopards up 40-14 over the Steel Valley Ironmen. Barron pocket picked. It's Kovac driving. Kovac to Zion, up and one again. Zion Moore. Give him 19, looking for 20 at the line. As Will Smithson will check in for the first time tonight, replacing Barron. Smithson, the 5'6" sophomore guard. As Zion Moore. 2 traditional three-point plays today. Make it 3. Zion stays perfect from the charity stripe. 20 points for Zion Moore. 43-14, the Leopards lead. Gave up 4 points in quarter number 2. Yet to give up a tally in the first minute 30 in quarter number 3. Zion looking for the steal is McKeever. Swings it to Uhas. Uhas driving, pulls the trigger, got it. As first bucket of the half for Nate Uhas in Steel Valley. Uhas 2 each quarter. Pacing all, Steel Valley scores with 6. Zion to Rathway. Rathway to Bellissimo. Bellissimo back to Kovac. Trevor Kovac to Zion Moore. Pulls the trigger. Ironing out. Belle Vernon's three-point shooting percentage has not been great today. Just 3 triples, 2 by Kovac, 1 by Moore. As there's McKeever, now it's Versetti driving, kick out of the hands and out of bounds off of Niger Norris. 43-16 Leopard lead with 5:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Belle Vernon basketball, Zion Moore 20 points. Zion also 5 for 5 from the charity stripe here in this one. Kovac, now Rathway, Preston Rathway up top to Moore, drives, right block, and Zion and one again. Zion Moore making it look easy, 22 for Zion Moore as the sophomore. Once again carrying the load for the Leopards. Coming off a 26-point performance for Zion Moore. 45-16 Zion Moore, a free throw away from starting the running clock here in the third. Foul goes against McKeever as a traditional three-point play again. Zion Moore, perfect from the charity stripe. Out of anything taken that from Zion Moore's game, got to be the biggest thing for Belle Vernon, plus finishing off 4-and-1 opportunities. That means he's scoring through the contact. Definitely things you like to see if you're Coach Salvino and the Belle Vernon Leopards. As Trevor Kovac gets his third foul. First of the half, as that one no good off the back iron. Letting it fly was Will Smithson. Now it's Zion Moore to Trevor Kovac. Kovac, foul line. Underhand toss, Yashenko off to Rathway for 3. Back iron and out. Rebound by Brandon Yashenko. Yashenko to Kovac. Trevor left alone for 3. Iron and out. Again, the three-point percentage has been abysmal here tonight for the Leopards. Their scoring has mainly come inside. Only consistent three-point plays they've got today were the old-school three-point plays. As Kovac gets his fourth, and Coach Joe Salvino going to actually turn to the bench today. He didn't do this in his last game. Rathway out as well as Kundick and Heppel check in for the Leopards. As driving in, Uhas underneath off the window for 2 goes McKeever. Second bucket for McKeever, 46-18. Now Moore driving, lost the handle. Niger Norris in the right wing. Norris flips it across. Now it's Versetti right wing trying to drive, and Zion Moore impedes the progress, but Versetti able to cash in anyways. First bucket for Versetti, quickly down to a 26-point disadvantage for the Ironmen on back-to-back scores. Now Heppel up top. Heppel to Rathway, make that Bellissimo. Bellissimo to Kovac. Kovac driving down the lane, no good. Kovac stuck at 16 as Uhas in transition. McKeever driving, McKeever extended post, no good. Rebound by Heppel. Zion Moore, Heppel cutting along the baseline, gets it from Kovac, kick out Bellissimo. Bellissimo down the lane, right hand and in for Johnny Bellissimo. Give Bellissimo 9. 3 Leopards have scored today, and that has been all they've needed. As right wing 3 by Niger Norris would not fall. 48-20 Leopard lead, 2:28 remaining here in the half, or make that quarter. As bounce pass near side, Heppel in the left wing, off to Zion Moore. Zion top of the key, driving right block, Moore again. Add some more. 25 now for Zion. 50% of the Leopards' points. As we'll see the other reserves for Belle Vernon come in. Next stoppage, Bison and 1 for Niger Norris. As John Bellissimo gets the personal. As now checking in will be Clendaniel and Butler. Moore and Kovac out. First time Moore and Kovac have come out of a game this season for Belle Vernon. As that one up and in, as getting it to fall was McKeever. He has 6. 50-24 Leopard lead as that one out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the Ironmen. Bellissimo, the only starter left in there for Belle Vernon. Yashenko, Rathway, Moore, and Kovac all on the bench as Norris off the mark. Rebound grab down by Clendaniel. Now Kundick tosses it away to Uhas. Uhas to Norris, all too easy off the window and in. See how much longer before the hand is pulled of Coach Joe Salvino to get at least 1, if not 2, of his other starters back in. Clendaniel to Bellissimo, can't finish. Great feed there by Clendaniel, but Johnny Bellissimo unable to capitalize once again. As Uhas pulls up, misses it off the mark, well short, and frustration from the Ironmen bench. 46 seconds running clock as Amir Butler, the senior. Gets it into John Bellissimo, takes a peek back. It's 33 on the clock. See if the Leopards hold for 1. Bellissimo in and out of the hands of Heppel. Toss back into Clendaniel. Off his foot into the backcourt and out of bounds on the near side. Wouldn't have mattered either that or a backcourt violation on the Belle Vernon Leopards. Nonetheless, possession goes back to Steel Valley, trying to cut into this large deficit. As kick out corner, Niger Norris knocks it down. Niger Norris coming alive here in the quarter. 12 points for Niger Norris. It's a 50-29 Leopard lead at the break. Most of that damage with Steel Valley came with the reserves, and the starters will re-enter when we come back right here on MVI Live.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
Back here, Steel Valley more than doubled their total that quarter, going from 14 to 29, 15 points that quarter for the Ironmen, 14 for the Leopards. Belle Vernon up 50-29 here in quarter number 4. 25 points for Zion Moore, 16 for Kovac, and 9 for John Bellissimo, 12 for Niger Norris, the 6-foot freshman. McKeever and Uhas have both added 6 for the Ironmen. Belle Vernon starters back in, and Belle Vernon will start with the basketball. More to Kovac. Kovac has 4 fouls in this one. Now it's Bellissimo. Bellissimo finds Kovac into Zion. Back to Kovac. Kick out Preston Rathway. Short again on a 3 attempt. And out of bounds. Last touch by Trevor Kovac. And offense hasn't been there, but Rathway early on was playing big defensive minutes for the Belle Vernon Leopards, allowing Kovac and Moore to go to work. As there's McKeever driving, now steps back left wing. McKeever surveys, handoff to Nate Uhas. Uhas pedals back, wants the screen, doesn't use it, drives down the lane, left hand no good, rebound ripped away by Rathway. Preston Rathway in transition, Rathway to Kovac. Kovac from the corner, back up top, Yashenko, now Rathway to Kovac. Kovac inside, Brandon Yashenko. Yashenko in the left wing. Yashenko pedaling back now, Kovac. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Uhas pressuring as Yashenko give and go with Kovac. Back up top, Yashenko. Brandon Yashenko to Bellissimo from the left corner, off the mark again. Another miss from beyond the arc for Belle Vernon. And Belle Vernon may be 0-2 on the season, but the Leopards over 50 points in both games. Or averaging over 50 points over 2 games, I should say. As another bucket for Steel Valley. As at the other end, out of bounds, last touch by the Ironmen. 50-31 in favor of Steel Valley. Bellissimo the trigger, 50-31, Belle Vernon leading. Now it's Yashenko. Yashenko to Kovac, left wing, kick out Yashenko. Yashenko up top, Rathway left alone, fires again, back iron and out. Another miss from outside, but out of bounds off the Ironmen, gives possession back to Belle Vernon. Zion Moore the trigger into Trevor Kovac. Kovac outside, Trevor driving down the lane, stripped away, out of bounds off the knee of Kovac, and back to Steel Valley. Possession goes with 5:43 remaining in the fourth and a full timeout called by the Ironmen. Brisk moving affair here in the fourth quarter as Belle Vernon on the verge of win number 1, paced so far by a 25-point performance by Zion Moore. 16 by Kovac, 9 by Bellissimo for all the Belle Vernon scoring. 12 for Norris, 6 for McKeever and Uhas, 2 for Versetti and Smith, along with Chris Hahn, who started the scoring this evening. And both teams without the majority of what will be the varsity rosters for their respective teams due to Steel Valley not having enough practices in with their football players after losing to Westinghouse on Friday. And Belle Vernon, their football players still have one more game in front of them, looking to go for the 3A state championship after beating Avonworth in the district title game. Moore, Bellissimo, Kovac, Yashenko, and Rathway out of the break for the Belle Vernon Leopards. 5:43 remaining in the fourth. Belle Vernon has not scored yet this quarter. McKeever the trigger for Steel Valley. Uhas in no hurry, 5:38 remaining, rolling clock. Uhas into the front court, right side. Uhas pulls up, kick out now McKeever. Norris drives, right block off the window, won't fall. Rebound ripped down by Smithson, now it's Smith. Between his legs, right to Smithson, the sophomore. As Zion Moore wrestles it free with some help from Rathway. Rathway running the floor across Bellissimo off the deflection. Picked back up by Rathway, out to Kovac, down the lane, kick out Bellissimo, short corner 2, knocks it down. Few steps in, making a big difference there for Bellissimo. He gets to 11. Coming off an 8-point performance as Kovac, he'll take a seat. He's done with 4:55 remaining in the fourth. Trevor Kovac is fouled out. As it will be Kundik checking back in, replacing Trevor Kovac, fouling out here in the fourth quarter. Uhas up top, guarded by Yashenko. Yashenko trying to knock it free, now corner left alone. McKeever overshoots, rebound ripped down by Preston Rathway. Rathway back the other way, Rathway to Bellissimo, off the window and in for John Bellissimo. 13 points for the 6-foot junior. And it's 54-31 in favor of the Leopards. It's a steal by Zion. Zion Moore elevates and lays it off the glass and in. The pressure from behind by Uhas, I think, changed the thought process midair for Zion Moore. Maybe thinking about trying to send down the one-hand slam as a kick out now. Outside Uhas in the right corner for 3. Off the iron and out, rebound Yashenko. Zion down to a knee. Zion Moore driving down the lane. Moore the floater. and Zion Moore give him 29. 58-31 Belle Vernon. And a timeout, Steel Valley to get the reserves in. Hahn, Versetti, Barron all coming back into the game for the Ironmen. Along with Haddad and Ryan Stocker. As Belle Vernon putting the reserves in as well. Kundick will stay along with Rathway. Joining them will be Butler, Clendaniel, and Heppel. As Haddad into the front court with 3:30 remaining. Zion Moore, a game-high 29, second highest output this season, as Rathway pokes it away. Rathway drives the baseline. Now it's Butler pulling the trigger off the top of the backboard. Back the other way. Here comes Steel Valley. Now it's taken by Stocker driving in, and a foul on the Leopards. Guilty party proves to be Clendaniel. As Kirion Clendaniel gets the personal. .255 remaining in the contest. Belle Vernon on their way to win number 1 of the season, as down the lane and fouled on the floor was Tyson Barron. Clendaniel picks up about 2 fouls in 2 seconds. Steel Valley gets it in as Barron pulls the trigger, side iron out. Rebound grab down by Clendaniel. Now it's Rathway back the other way. Leopards will take on Kiski on the 10th in their next contest. Rathway, right block, blocked underneath by Stocker, and back the other way comes Barron. For the Ironmen, their next game will be the next game we see Steel Valley at. Next scheduled game is against Thomas Jefferson. That will be on the 13th. As it pops free, back the other way. Here comes Steel Valley once more. Shot up, back iron, and out. And that will be a lot of fun, as they'll get the full accompaniment of talented Ironmen back in the rotation, along with Evan Berger going against Mackay Valentine. Should be a lot of fun from Thomas Jefferson. Looking forward to that one here on the network next week. As Heppel has it almost ripped away, but dual possession is the call. Belle Vernon will get win number 1 on the season. Last year, the Leopards went 12-0 to start the year. First time since 1973-74 the Belle Vernon Leopards were able to do that. And that was the team, of course, led by Devin Whitlock, Quentin Martin, Daniel Gordon. Also add Trevor Kovac and Clancher as the original starting 5. Alonzo Wade emerged as a starter in the latter part of the season, as Barron, first bucket from the floor, giving him 3. Fell in the semifinals to Montour. It was the quarterfinal exit for Steel Valley. Both these teams expect to make deep runs in the playoffs again this season, even with a murderous roll-style 4A for Belle Vernon. Elizabeth Ford, who's off to a sluggish start. Uniontown, who's off to a good start. And then, of course, Rodney Gallagher, Keandre DeShields, and Laurel Highlands. As Rathway goes to the corner, thinking about firing away to no avail was Heppel. Now Kundick turns it over. Barron the steal, spins, but stripped away by Rathway. Right back to him, puts it up. He's fouled, and he'll shoot a pair as the clock will pause with 22.5 seconds remaining. Preston Rathway gets his second foul, sending the freshman Tyson Barron. And as Barron knocks that one down, second make from the line. Barron has 4, 2 for 3 from the stripe. And it'll be a very different looking Steel Valley team when we get to see them next week. There's a lane violation on the Leopards. We'll give them another shot. 58-34, Belle Vernon leading, looking to close out win number 1 of the campaign. As making it look a little closer is Tyson Barron. Second make from the line, that trip by, 2 for 2, 5 points. As Rathway with 18 will dribble across, Now Kundick in the right wing, pulls the trigger. In and out, rebound ripped down underneath. 10 seconds on the clock, is back the other way and off the back of Stocker. 4 seconds remaining. All Belle Vernon has left to do is inbound. If even that, they will not. That will do it. And the Leopards get win number 1 of the season. Zion Moore leads the way. Another game-high performance for Moore. 29 points for the sophomore. And Belle Vernon gets their first win of the season. 16 for Kovac and 13 for Bellissimo. The only 3 scores for Belle Vernon, but that's all they needed here in this 58-35 victory. Belle Vernon was outscored Steel Valley 8-6 in the fourth quarter. Steel Valley was paced by Najir Norris with 12 points, 6 for McKeever, 6 for Uhas, and 5 for Tyson Barron. Belle Vernon now 1-2. Steel Valley 0-3. Steel Valley's next game will see the likes of Barksdale, Brookins, Smith, and of course, the Division I prospect, Mackay Valentine, back on the roster. Belle Vernon, their next contest, again, that will be Saturday versus Kiski at Hempfield, but Belle Vernon will still be missing quite a few, as the Leopards eventually will get their full embodiment of players back. I think next time we may see Belle Vernon will be on the 20th when they take on the Tigers from McKee Sports before they get into section play. But Belle Vernon gets win number 1, 58-35, your final score. The Leopards take it over the Ironmen. We'll see you again on Thursday here on MVI Live with our next game, a pair of D2 hockey matchups leading to the Sarah Catholic Swickley Academy game on Friday, as Belle Vernon 58-35 victors for win number 1. Zion Moore, 29 points in the win. On behalf of everyone here at MVI Live and the Mon Valley Independent, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here on MVI Live. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody.